Welcome to this episode of Diaspora Scholars TV.
Yes.
So we are actually in Chesterfield. This is in Michigan. We came all the way again in Michigan to meet a cost engineer who works for General Motors. That is Chris Olang, and he lives right here. So we're going to be talking to him. Hey, my friend.
Mr. Fidelis, how are you?
Good. It's a long time.
Good to see you. Long time.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
You live in such a lovely place.
Thank you.
No wonder you've never moved. How long?
You're the one who took off from us. So.
We are back. And we want to get you connected as well to other Kenyans, as well as ourselves via this channel.
That is very good. Thank you very much.
How long have you lived here?
9 years.
9 years?
Yes. This specific house, 9 years. But Michigan, about 12 years.
Michigan, about 12 years.
Yes.
All right. So, viewers, today we are talking to Chris Olang, and he's a cost engineer, right?
Yes, I'm a cost engineer at General Motors.
General Motors.
Yes.
And you've worked for the company for quite a while.
11 years, yes.
11 good years.
Yes.
All right, viewers. So today we are talking to Chris Olang, a cost engineer at General Motors, and he lives right here. This is Chesterfield or New Baltimore?
I got
confused.
It's interesting. A lot of people get confused because we are at the border. So if you put it in the maps, sometimes it comes up as New Baltimore.
Oh.
But our post office is Chesterfield. So the address is Chesterfield, New Baltimore is the same thing.
Okay, because when I was trying to drive, I wondered, like, am I at the right place? But you sent me the zip code, so I knew I was good.
Exactly.
Right, so let's talk together. Let's sit and let's talk and see. I mean, thanks for welcoming us, to your beautiful home.
You're most welcome. Thank you very much.
We want to be able to share, your story with some of our viewers who really are interested to get to know a little bit more about people from diaspora who come here, go to school, start families, hit it big, and much more.
Yes.
But I'm also particularly interested with your job involves a lot of travel.
Yes, it does. It does.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, in that regard.
Okay. So about my work, I'm what we call a cost engineer, which basically in the automotive industry, so I work for General Motors.
Yeah.
We don't make vehicles. We design vehicles and assemble vehicles, right? That's
interesting.
So we have other suppliers that actually make the parts we design.
Okay.
We design a tire, a steering wheel, the interior of the vehicle, the dashboard, the seats, and someone else makes those for us.
Okay.
And then we just put it together based on the design.
Okay.
So my job is actually to work with those suppliers.
Wow.
And make sure that we get the best costs for the best product, which is from a quality perspective, our specs, a cost perspective, and our functionality. Right? So we work with our engineers who design the vehicle. We work with our purchasing folks who buy the parts. And then we work with the suppliers as well, and we work with finance. So from a cost perspective, from a purchasing in terms of relationship with the suppliers, from engineering in terms of meeting our specifications. And we make sure we get the best part at the best cost. And that's where the travel comes in.
That's where the travel comes in, because these suppliers are from all over the world.
It's global. So I'm a global cost engineer. And the presence of General Motors right now, we are present in South America. We're present in China and Korea. And then we're present in the United States and Mexico and Canada, so North America.
Okay.
We used to be present in Europe, but we sold the Europe portion in 2019.
Okay.
We're also present in Australia, but that was also sold around the same time. So now we don't have presence in Europe, we don't have presence in Australia. But with EV, we are starting to come back into Europe now.
Oh, the EV models. Now, let me get it clear, because you said some things that are going to be a surprise to some of our viewers, that you guys, many of these companies that we know, leaders in motor vehicle industry, you have people who design, and then all these parts are actually made by different companies spread all over the world.
Yes. And to just put it in perspective, a vehicle can have, depending on complexity, can have anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 different components.
Wow.
That have been put together. And you can have anywhere, most of the time, more than 1,000 suppliers will supply these components.
Just to make one model of a car.
Just to make one vehicle. So you can find a supplier supplies us maybe with the underbody of the vehicle, which is the chassis and some of the framing.
Yeah.
Someone else will supply us with the tires.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else will supply the glass. Someone else will supply the mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else will supply the seats, etc., etc. And then they make these parts based on our design, because these parts have to come together.
Yeah, they have to come together and
Yes.
fit perfectly,
And
be
fit-
efficient.
Yes, exactly. But GM has been doing this for over 100 years, so it's something that it's a process. Like when we're designing a vehicle, you start to design this vehicle up to 10 years before production.
You mean even vehicles that you're going to drive here in the next like 2037?
We've already designed those.
Wow.
We're already cutting tools. 2037, the tools have been cut already, because there's lead time for tooling. So right now we're in the testing phase, where we're trying different phases of testing of the parts, and testing of how the parts combine, and making changes. There are a lot of changes from when you design to when the vehicle actually gets into production.
Wow.
So it's a long process. We source about 5 years before production.
5 years before production
is when we source the parts to the suppliers. Tunasema, okay, this supplier, you will make us this seat 5 years before production.
Wow.
So 2037, it's been sourced, they've cut the tools, and now they're starting to test the parts.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Wow. So viewers, we are watching Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you episodes of trailblazers, of students, scholars, engineers, name it, all professions, to be able to provide you the opportunities to get to know what goes on. But also we bring you stories about their lives. So Chris, we want to be able to know, how did it all start? I mean,
yes.
I know you're already here in the US. You've been here for quite a while. How did you even get to General Motors? What did you have to do even to become a cost engineer?
Okay. I don't know how much time we have, but
let's do it.
I'll try and start at the beginning.
Please do.
Okay. So I went to school in Kenya, high school. This is what were Form 6. So I did.
Oh, you did A levels?
Yes, I did A levels. And then from there I went to Kenya Polytechnic.
Oh, really?
Yes. I did graphic design in Kenya Polytechnic. Yes.
You are shocking me.
Yes. So my story is a little. I changed course a lot, right? So I remember when I was going to Form 6, my father was a civil engineer. He passed away. Rest in peace, 2001. But when I told him I want to do design, he told me, my son, that is not a profession. That is a hobby. And he actually refused to pay for my poly. So my mom paid for my Kenya Polytechnic.
Wow.
And eventually, with time, I come to realize that he was right. So I did my graphic design. I started working. I worked for 5 years in Kenya, Sterling Craft Kenya Limited.
That's a good company.
Yes. Kimani Rugendo owns it. He's a politician. He ran for Langata with Raila back in
I remember Kimani Rugendo was a popular household name.
Yes.
You worked for 5 years.
5 years I worked for Kimani Rugendo. I started working when I was in my internship at college. He hired me when I was still doing my intern. So by the time I graduated, I continued working for him. I worked for 5 years. Then I resigned to start my own graphic design company. I registered a company.
Oh, wow. When was this? I mean,
this is
at Kenya Poly, first of all, Kenya Polytechnic in Nairobi. So what was it? Diploma.
Yes.
So how long did it take?
3 years, 1990 to 92. I started working for Kimani Rugendo in 91.
Wow. During the political clamor for multi-party.
1992 was when him and Raila were running. I was working for him.
Oh, wow. You were an insider to a lot of politics at the time.
Back then. So 96, I stopped working for Kimani Rugendo and I registered my company, a design company. I was doing mainly, wedding cards and business cards and just designing. And I had a friend, actually he was a schoolmate of mine at Poly, who had a printer in Kirinyaga Road, Nairobi. And I used to design and then I print from his place and then I send to my clients. So making some money.
Wow, you had already learned the tools of trade. 5 years at a graphic design company was enough experience.
Yes. And then I got a very big order from SmithKline Beecham.
Wow, really?
To make them, like when we had the Headaches Cup. And Gor Mahia and AFC Leopards are playing and then you win and then there's this big check they are displaying.
Yeah.
So I was printing those checks.
Okay.
So I got some good chunk of money And I also was going after making them, you know, in the kiosks in Kenya where they have these headaches and Panadol
Oh
posters
yeah,
and all
like
that.
this banner
Yes, yes,
advertisement
advertisements.
boards.
Yes, yes, yes. So I was gearing towards getting that for Coast Province, to
Mm.
just go to Coast Province and put those on the kiosks there.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some good chunk of change, and that's the biggest mistake I made then was I decided, let me invest this in something that can generate money daily.
Mm.
So I opened a bar.
You open a bar?
Yes, in Isili, Section 1. Called Tots Pub.
Tots.
Tots Pub.
You are
So
entrepreneurial.
yes, I actually partnered with my sister, Jael, and we opened this bar. We rented a place. We renovated the inside. We made it into a bar. Even the outside, we had some makutis out there. It was a one-story, but he was intending to build further. So he allowed us to use the roof as well. So we opened a place that got very popular in Isili back in the day.
Wow.
Yes. Now, what I didn't realize was it was a very competitive business because in Isili, actually, Section 1, where I was, just that street alone, there was 7 bars. So I was one of 7. And the other 6 also had boarding and lodging. So they did not rely on the bar for money.
Oh, that was the business. Your business model wasn't.
It was not, yes.
Yeah.
And they owned the building. For me, I'm paying.
You are
rent.
renting,
Yes,
and you know, there's no boarding or lodging.
No,
and that's where they make a lot of money. Just
yes,
yeah.
yes, because they don't have the expense of rent as well.
Yeah.
So I came with a lot of noise with my youth because those were older people with my music, and a lot of people were
drawn to
my establishment.
Yeah.
But then they started reducing their price of alcohol because they're not relying on alcohol.
Wow.
So with
there you go, business competition.
So now you're selling beer, but you're making 2 shillings a bottle. I can't sustain.
Yeah.
Because I have employees, I have rent.
Despite applying your graphic design and making it look really good.
It did not work. So 1.5 years later, I shut it down. So this was around 98.
What about your graphic design company?
That is the mistake I was telling you about. Was this took so much of my time that
the other one was also compromised.
Yes, it compromised that. I actually introduced a friend of mine called Moses. Like, hey, where you continue with this graphic design, let me focus on the bar.
This one.
I even quit drinking to focus on the bar.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You really wanted to make it.
I really wanted to make it work. But the problem was now where the money was coming from, I ignored the graphic design. So that was a compromise. And that was the price I paid for opening the bar. And Moses took it and he ran with it, and he actually was successful with it for a while.
With a graphic design company?
Yes. He got the contract for Coast. He got another contract for Uganda with Smith and Beecham, and he just continued.
Wow.
Yes. So
what happened then next? Because now it's getting interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's even going to get more interesting. So, so I closed the bar. Sold the goodwill for the bar, and then I started traveling. Now that's where my travels started. I went to Arusha, Namanga, Arusha. So I just went to Arusha, and
at that time, like, how old are you at that time?
So this is 98. So I was 29.
Because the impression I'm getting is that you are doing things that were not being done by under 30-year-olds.
I was very aggressive.
Extremely aggressive, not just aggressive.
Yes, yes.
Because just leaving college and going to start your own business, even after 5 years, was a real big...
It was ambitious, yes. It was very ambitious. And so I started...
You went to Arusha?
I went to Arusha. And I just went and started knocking. I knew people were taking things to Arusha. Started knocking on doors.
How do you mean you just knew people were taking to Arusha? At the time, we didn't have much internet.
Yeah, we didn't have internet.
Yeah, no.
Everybody knew. Everybody in the business, because I was in Italy, right? So
there's a lot of business there.
There's a lot of business in Arusha.
And of course, when you run a pub, we also meet so many people.
Listen to a lot of things, and where's the money right now? The money is in Arusha. So I went and just started knocking doors. I'm going into, downtown Arusha, going into different establishments and asking, what is it that you get from Nairobi? Because Arusha, they got a lot of their stuff from Nairobi. As in terms of, instead of importing, they're importing really from Nairobi. So I was told, bushes. Bushes for vehicles. Because the roads are bad.
Yeah.
And the 4x4s, they need bushes. Okay, so I went to Nairobi, and I went to downtown Nairobi. And I went into these shops, you know, the stores that are owned by Asians, and I started asking for bushes. And they told me, okay, bushes is, I think it was 90 shillings at the time per bush.
Mm.
Then Arusha, they're saying they'll give me something like 150.
Wow.
Yes. So I started sending bushes to Arusha.
There was a business there.
But you know, it's limited because you send so many bushes that they don't need bushes anymore.
Oh,
because now
yeah.
it's flooded with bushes.
Yeah, it needs to
Yeah.
be a sustainability needs to
Exactly.
be. Yeah.
So the next thing I did these glasses, these little screws that go into glasses. That was money as well.
You are a business-oriented guy, man.
It is the need that they had. So I'm following the need. But Arusha was funny because you go and you find something you can send today, and next week everybody's sending the same thing for half the price. So you had to turn around quick.
Yeah.
We took even up to ice cream to Arusha.
Ice cream?
Yes.
You went to sell ice cream in Arusha?
Yes.
How are you transporting
flavors that they don't have, and you're just taking out the need.
How are you transporting it?
Of course, ice cream is frozen, right? So it has to be frozen, right?
Yeah.
So we had these, you know, the things that the ice cream people move around.
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Put those in a pickup with ice cream in it. You tend to take your ice cream, and then you bring some stuff back as well. So it was back and forth.
Wow.
So Arusha happened for a little
So
bit, but it was a very fragile business
because sustainability was it was more of a like a
it was a hassle.
It was a hassle. You made a deal here, then you look for another one. Yeah.
Yes, you always have to keep searching for different deals. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Some you go, you try. There's some stock that I was stuck with. I was told to bring this. Someone else brought. They don't want it. I'm even selling at less than what I purchased. So I ran into a lot of that as well. Wow. Right. So it was a very risky. It has a high risk business.
What was this thing that was not making you go back to your graphic design because you are schooled in?
Yes. So it got to a point where I just didn't have the hunger for graphic design anymore.
Okay.
And so when I did my graphic design, and the reason I opened the bar was with graphic design, you get an order today, then you work on it. Working on it is very quick. Maybe within a day I've finished.
Yeah, because you it's a passion. You've learned the skills.
Yes.
And then you deliver.
Yes. So most of the time I'm idle. That was the problem.
Okay.
Is idle because you make good money, you design good things, but there's a lot of downtime.
Yeah,
you know, even looking for business, like when I was going to look for that Smith and Beecham business, it took me maybe 3 or 4 months to just get that big. Yes. Yeah. But it's a lot of idle time. You make a call today, or call us next week. The whole of the week now, what are you doing? You're looking for this. So I needed something that kept me busy, and that's why the bar excited me, because it's an everyday busy thing. Even the Arusha thing excited me because it's every day I'm moving around, right? So that's why I never went back to graphic design, because there's a lot of too much downtime and I had too much adrenaline. I needed to move. You needed to move. Yes.
How did you come to the US after all this?
So finished Arusha, then started going deeper. I went to Zambia. I went to Zimbabwe. I went to Mozambique. Then I finally ended up in Johannesburg. Johannesburg, I was there for 2 years.
What was inspiring you all by yourself?
Yes. I lived in a place, it was Berea, Johannesburg, and I used to operate from a street called Rocky Street in Johannesburg. There was a lot of Kenyans there, and they had little stalls of things, right? So I got a little stall. I started making bracelets and necklaces and earrings that were matching.
Making by yourself?
Yes. So I'm bringing beads in. It's easier to bring beads because, you know, with immigration and everything, I'm bringing the beads.
Yeah, you can just be a small pack, but when you make it, you can make a lot of money from it.
A lot of money. And Johannesburg has a lot of tourism. So I was making necklaces matching with earrings, bracelets, and things like that. Had a little stall in Johannesburg doing that. And then,
so you left Arusha, then you went through Zambia. Did you do anything in Zambia?
By the road. In Zambia, what I did was, now I gathered things from Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique in terms of crafts.
Oh.
Right? Like in Mozambique, I used to get ashtrays.
Oh, you would find unique crafts
with different countries. And now that's what I started now selling in Johannesburg.
Oh, okay.
Goods from Zambia, goods from Zimbabwe, goods from Mozambique.
So you just venture out into a market, talk to people, look around.
Yes, see what is unique.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then maybe put a little touch of my own.
Yes, as well.
Yes. So I did that till 2001 when my dad passed away.
Oh.
Yes. So 2001, my dad passed away. By that time, I had not gotten my documentation to South Africa. I was working on it. So my documents had expired.
Okay.
And I had to go home. So I went home. Then I was not able to go back to South Africa.
Oh, okay. Because now the paperwork and
yes. Yes. So I went to Swaziland, which neighbors South Africa. And the purpose of going to Swaziland.
You went to Swaziland?
Yes.
By road?
By road. Tanzania, busing from Nairobi to Dar es Salaam to the border with Mozambique. And then the border of Mozambique, you know, Maputo is at the very tip.
Yeah.
All the way to Maputo, and then from Maputo into Swaziland.
You are watching Diaspora Scholars TV. This is the story of Chris Olang, a trailblazer, literally. Literally,
yes.
By going by road through these African countries.
Yes.
Many roads are not paved.
No, many are not paved. Especially Mozambique, it was not. When the bus approached Maputo, the entire bus was clapping. And I asked them, why are you clapping? They said, it's a 50-50 chance to get to Maputo. Yes.
You are a risk taker.
But when I was taking the bus, I did not even know how long the distance is.
Oh my goodness! I'm gathering from you that you know you like to travel, you like fun,
yes,
but you try to find opportunities along the way.
Yes, my purpose of going to Swaziland through Mozambique was to get back into South Africa and continue my paperwork process because I know at the border I could find my way in. But when I got to Swaziland, I decided I can even do what I'm doing in South Africa here.
Okay.
So I stayed there for about 2 years.
Almost 2 years?
Yes.
It's a small country.
Small country. And
it was
that's the problem.
fairly traditional at the time.
Yes, about 980,000 people population. I lived in Manzini, you know, but operated mainly in Mbabane. Mbabane is the capital, but I lived in Manzini. And after about 6 months, everybody had known my products because the country is only so big. But I was going there, I was going into companies and talking to the HR and asking them if I can.
You just walk to the...
Yes, I just walk in. Introduce myself. I'm Chris Olang. I come from Kenya. I have some stuff that I bring from Kenya to Swaziland to sell. I'd like your employees to have an opportunity to look at the goods that I sell and see if they're interested. They tell me, okay, there's a break at this time. You can come and there's a hall and they'll be there, and I make my pitch to the employees. And then I start taking orders.
That's why we do this, folks, at Diaspora Scholars TV, to find you trailblazers. In fact, Chris Olang is the first candidate for Michigan. I did this specifically because I did a lot of research, background research, and I thought you hold a rich history of experiences of being a go-getter, you know, in all regards.
Yes.
Oh my God.
As I speak, I'm just reminding myself of those days. So
that's the thing. And in many people you talk to this show actually end up telling us that they're going to write a book after the interview.
Exactly.
Because now memories are coming back.
Memories are coming back.
So you were now in Swaziland.
Yes.
Mbabane.
After about 6 months, I'd saturated the market. So instead of selling now, I'm just collecting my money, right? Because when you sell, we go to the companies to sell, you give it to the people and with an understanding that they will pay you at the end of the month, they will pay you at mid-month. So that is where now my business model was bad, because I had my black book and I'm going collecting money instead of selling goods. So the rest 1.5 years, I actually was struggling financially because most of what I was doing was collecting money, and I actually lost my connection of getting goods in all those other countries because I was not going back to get goods. I had a connection in Garissa Lodge where I would get some kangas. Masai Market, that time it was probably around about Yangara. In Zimbabwe, in Zambia, in Mozambique, I had connections, and I lost all those connections because for 1.5 years I had some goods I was selling, some beads I was making, but for the most part I was spending time collecting.
So you had your book, you kept your book of accounts in a book?
Yes, different companies and where I'm going to collect.
Wow.
I got so broke that I could not afford my rent in the apartment I was renting. I did not have enough money to go home now. So
now those are low moments.
Yes. I went and I rented a place in someone's farm. Gishagi,
Mm.
one Mabati room,
Wow.
where I was cooking in that room, I was showering in that room, and there's an outside toilet there. Yes. That's
Wow.
how I lived in Manzini.
For how long?
For about 6 months now.
And what
the
was
last 6 months.
what did you have an exit plan?
I did not have an exit plan. I started speaking the local language. And then I have a sister. She's in Houston right now, Millicent.
Millicent.
You know, those days we communicated by email.
Yeah.
And then there was this cyber cafe.
You could go to a bureau,
yes,
and
bureau, yes,
and
yes.
you know, send and
Yes.
wait for the person to read, because they have to go to a bureau
Yes.
as well.
Yes. So she asked me, hey, how are things in Swaziland?
Where was she at the time?
She was in the United States. She came here.
Oh, she was already in Houston.
She was, yes. She was no, she was actually in Toledo. She came to
in Toledo. Okay,
yes.
okay.
She came to Toledo in around the same time I was in Swaziland, about 2001, 2002. So she always, you know, Manzini, I said, hey, these things are tough here. She said, the US is really good. Why don't you try and come this side? I said, I don't even have fare to go home. How can I think of coming to the US?
How had she come to the US?
She came for school. She was 19. She finished high school. She applied for college. She was called to University of Toledo and also a school in Georgia. So she went to Georgia first, Atlanta, because she knew Atlanta because of Olympics in '96. She didn't know Toledo.
Yeah.
But when she got to Atlanta, life was so fast. So some of her schoolmates advised her, if you want a slower life,
go to Toledo. Yeah.
So she moved to Toledo, and that's how I came to Toledo through my sister.
Your sister invited you.
She actually sent me.
Or found you a school.
She sent me $300 in a Reader's Digest. In a magazine. In a magazine to Swaziland. I got that money. It was enough for airfare. She sent me airfare to go back home.
$300 was a lot of money that time.
Yes. I took the bus again. I said, I'm not going to I'm not going to spend this money. The bus to Kenya is about $50. I saved to 50 so I have something in my pocket.
You humbled yourself and took the bus.
Took the bus to my mother's house in Nairobi.
It took you long to call your sister?
Yes, it took me a while.
Because the way I see you, you were a very independent person.
I was very independent, and I did not want to succumb to circumstances, right? So when she asked me how is, you
said, now you have to say it.
I had to say. I said, and then she told me to come to the US. I said, I don't even have money to get home. So it took me a while to utter those, to actually email those words. So it was not verbal, it was an email.
So who was paying for her tuition? Your parents?
When she came to University of Toledo, my parents started off paying, but eventually she paid her way out. So she hustled. She's now a nurse. She's actually a nursing practitioner. She finished her master's 2 years ago in Houston. She moved to Houston about 10 years ago. She has a family now. So yeah, most of her school she paid herself. Millicent,
we are coming. We want to hear part of your story.
Yeah. She's married to a Kenyan.
Okay.
They have 4 children in Houston. Actually, my mom is in Houston right now with them.
Your mom is in?
My mom
is in the US?
Yes, my mom is an American citizen now. My sister has citizenship. Yes. But she goes back home and comes back.
Oh, really?
So most of the time she spends at home. Yes.
Good to know.
But right now, as we speak, she's in Houston. She had surgery a couple of months ago, so she's recovering from
that. Okay. She'll be well.
Yes. She will. Yes.
There's a part that I want to get straight. What did your dad want you to do?
He wanted me to do architectural. My uncle was an architect. And he could see the design in me because I was a graphic designer. He could see that was a path that I could follow. And he also actually, when I did not follow the architectural path, he wanted me to join the railways, Kenya Railways training school, railways training school.
Yeah.
He was in the Kenya Railways. He was a
RTS.
Yes, he was a civil engineer.
Engineer at the railways. At that time, Kenya Railways was big.
It was big at the time. So he wanted me to join the railways. He actually took me to the school, introduced me to the people, but I wanted to go to Kenya Poly.
You wanted to chart your own path.
I wanted to chart my own path, which I did. And eventually I came back here, my sister sent me that money. Then she helped me get a school here, come to the United States. When I came here, I knew this was now my last chance. I was 33 years old when I came to the United States. 33. when
You know, you say it was your last chance, but for you, I don't think there's any last chance.
yeah, you know,
From the way you speak and do things,
yes, yes,
you'll always find a way.
I'll always find a way, and sometimes